What's up, General Music Puddins? How are you today? It is Miss Williams dressed up as a dragon currently. But we have a new little thing that I would like you to work on. You have been working on your parodies, and I've gotten some really cool things in from that. That is awesome. Thank you. Awesome work. Now we're going to move on to instrument types. So this video is going to be a really quick introduction to the different instrument types, and then we'll talk about a little project thing for you, okay? First off, we're going to be talking about brass instruments. Alright, so the first thing to realize is that sound is created through vibration. If there is no vibration, there's not going to be sound. So taking that, moving on into brass instruments. The way that vibration is created in a brass instrument is through the buzz with your mouth. If you, right now, say M, like McDonald's, M, and then keep your mouth like that, but push air through it. So M, M. You can either have a smaller, faster buzz, which would be the higher instruments, or you can have a nice, loose buzz, which would be the lower ones. Like that. Our brass instruments are trumpet highest, next highest would be French horn, then trombone, euphonium, and tuba. Euphonium is just like a very small version of the tuba. It's a little baby tuba. Moving on into our woodwind instruments. For woodwinds, the vibration is created through reeds. Either the reed is vibrating off of a plastic mouthpiece, or it's vibrating off of another reed. The exception to this is the flute, where the air is actually split on the head joint of the flute, and that kind of acts as the reed and causes the vibration. So, in our woodwind family, the highest we have is the flute in the middle there. We also have the oboe, which is a double reed, which means that it's going to have two reeds vibrating against each other. You have bassoon, which is another double reed. Then clarinet and saxophone both have plastic mouthpieces, where if you see right here, if you follow the mouse, that little object that they kind of threw in for the saxophone is what we call a ligature. That attaches the reed to a plastic mouthpiece, which is what the reed vibrates against for that sound. But the sound is created through that mouthpiece or reed. Moving on into our percussion instruments. Sound is created for a percussion instrument when the instrument itself is struck into vibration. There has to be that contact. Something has to get hit. You can actually see with cymbals on a drum set, when they get hit, this is actually what happens to that cymbal. If you hit a cymbal and then you take a video of it and play it in slow motion, this is what you will see. You'll see the metal warping around through that vibration. That actually happens with every single percussion instrument when it is struck. But it is important that that contact is had. Moving to string instruments, the vibration is caused through friction. That friction is either going to happen when you drag a bow across the strings, or when you pluck the strings like a guitar. Again, if you put a camera and you play in slow motion, you can actually see the sound waves and the vibrations going through the strings. I'll put a couple of videos of this in the description of this video. I didn't want to put them in the video itself because I don't want to get copyright infringement and stuff like that. But they're really cool videos, and you can actually see the vibration going through the instrument. And it's a really cool concept to actually get to see. So your job now for the next week or so is going to be, by next Thursday, I want you to think about and have an idea of an instrument that you want to create just out of stuff lying around your house. It can be woodwind, percussion, brass, strings, anything. But I want you to make it out of stuff that you just have lying around. Lord knows, you might have like a billion toilet paper rolls that you could make something out of. You got some rubber bands, those would be great strings, boxes, whatever. Think outside the box and have that idea by next week, and then we'll start putting the instruments themselves together. Think about the stuff that you will need to get your instrument, working. I would like for it to be able to make two different notes, and you need to be able to tell me what kind of instrument it is, whether it is brass, percussion, strings, woodwinds. So one of those categories, and it needs to be able to make two different notes. Alright, if you have any questions, I know that was a really quick introduction to everything. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I'm more than happy to answer questions. Alright, good luck. I will see you Thursday.